Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we have traveled to the Watkins Glen International for the Watkins Glen 44. This is going to be race number 8 in the More Freedom series, season 5, and let's jump right into those points. Your points leader is now the 77 of Zip. Second's going to be the 38 of Baseman. Third will be the 799 of Mike Check. Fourth will be the 666 of Pistol Pete. Fifth will be the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Seventh will be the 34 of Super Snake. Eighth will be the 8 of Moon Bunny. Ninth will be the 710 of Roddy. Eighth will be the 710 of Roddy. Ninth will be the 203 of Signs. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 13 of King of the Aces. So that's what your current top 10 in points. Let's jump into the team and chassis standings. Amish Buggy still leads the way with MBR second. Ace to Z Motorsports third. Douche Motorsports also tied for the third position. And rounding out the top 5 will be Score Racing. Chassis standings are Dodge, Chevy, and Toyota. So that's a look at all things points here today for this Watkins Glen 44 here at the Watkins Glen International. We're going to see who can pull out the win here today. They're getting these cars dialed in for our first road course of the year, and I think it's about time, so let's go racing. As they get these cars fired up, let's go through your starting top 10. Starting on the pole will be the 51 of AJM, and on his outside, the 33 of Harvey Jones. Starting third will be the 25 of JTM, and on his outside, the 96 of Nico. Starting fifth will be the 999 of Deviant, and on his outside, the 07 of Douche Baggins. Starting 7th will be the 20 of Adam B5000, and on his outside, the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Starting 9th will be the 329 of Heck of a Duper, and on his outside, rounding out your top 10 will be the 47 of Dash. So that's a look at your starting top 10 today for this Watkins Glen 44. Got a host of MBR cars starting out here in the top with the 51, the 25, and the 96. So MBR came with their game faces on this week, as they had a win last week with the 25 at JTM. Obviously, my brain just stopped working when I started going through that starting order. You'll notice that it is a repaved Watkins Glen International here for the More Freedom series this season. We're going to see how the repave works. We're going to see if these drivers can tackle the newly formed curbs that are out there. They are high and they are brutal in some cases, especially going down into turn 1. AJM is your pole sitter. He's going to be leading us down to the green flag. He's going to have some contention on the outside by that 33 of Harvey Jones. And just to point out, our road course specialist, the 356, she's starting back in 12th here today. Your points leader, in true Amish Buggy Racing fashion, is starting dead last on the day. Green flag's out. They're fired up. We're underway here at Watkins Glen. So down into turn 1, again, there's that high curb. AJM's going to get onto that and slow him down a little bit. That's going to allow the 33 of Harvey Jones to break away a little bit as they slide into the S's here. We're hopefully going to have about 17 laps, 18 laps of green flag action here today at Watkins Glen. I will say that course is a little hot, is a little treacherous, as AJM to the back bumper of that 33 of Harvey Jones. We'll see what's happening back here as we see the 07 and the 333 of Keeping It Twisted have gotten around that 25 at JTM. That's pushed him back to the 5th position right now, as we see AJM to the back bumper of the 33 of Harvey Jones. So I believe this might be the first laps led, one of the few first laps led for that 33 of Harvey Jones here today, and this season in general. We see the 42 of Mel Say What ducking out back there. We're going to bring up your timing and scoring. As always, top 10 will be on your left. Favorite driver scrolling across the top. Harvey again, still, I mean, this track is slick here today. It's in the upper 80s for the start of this race. It's only going to get hotter. This track is going to be sticky, or it's going to be slick, and just everything is going to be everywhere here today at Watkins Glen, as we see a little bit of dirt in the air still, and just like no breeze at all. So the dirt's just hanging right there through the chicane there. Harvey able to keep his little bit of his lead here over the 51 of AJM. Let's jump back through this field as we see, I thought we saw the 07 trying to make a run on the 96 of Nico there. The 999 of Deviant now to the back bumper of the 25 of JTM as they head towards the front stretch. See that treacherous curb and down into turn one. That's going to slow him down a lot. Make him just, it's just going to upset the car and not allow him to do that dive bomb down into turn one as we jump back through this field. There is our road course master of the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days, currently running in the 9th position. So she's already moved up 3 spots here today. We'll keep jumping back through this field. See what is going on back here in the back of the pack as we watch the tennis scooter right here behind the 42 of Mel Say What, as the 660 of Garrett Miller battling with the 710 of Roddy. So and even through that chicane there, they are just, it's so slick that they're just sliding wide on the exit of that turn, which could be beneficial towards some of these people in the back as we watch the 710 of Roddy trying to work down to the inside of that 660 of Garrett Miller. There is the 666 of Pistol Pete and the 38 of Baseman. Baseman with a win under his belt already this season. Currently running second in the points, running way back here right now. He is, let me find him in the list. He is currently in the 22nd position right there behind the 666 of Pistol Pete. So you see the 00 of Mudbone working around the 3 of Geek Girl Games, or yeah, staying in front of the 3 of Geek Girl Games right now. So I believe thinking about ahead towards pit stops as we watch the 66 of Hondo battling with the 544 of Frederick Winklebaum. That is a battle for position as we watch the 95 of Zed Brunna trying to work down to the inside of that 544. Duchess into the dirt right there. As Paulf on the outside right there, the 49 of Jetman. Oscar Mayer Wienermobile up to not in the last position. He's up to the second to the last right now. Let's jump back up to the front of this field as we see the 96 of Nico thinking about jumping down to the inside of that 51 of AJM right there. So that was almost a battle for the second position here today. We see that 07 of DB. He's now to the back bumper of the 96. He's going to try to make a run here. I thought he was going to try to make a run on the exit of the chicane, but he doesn't make that. He doesn't pull that down to the inside. Looks like he might lose that position to his teammate, the 333 of Keeping It Twisted right here. We're going to see the 25 of JTM might be in striking distance. DB trying to break the draft right there. I think he will successfully do so. That's going to keep Twisted behind him for right now as we watch the 96 of Nico getting wild and crazy right there out of the turn. Down the front stretch they go. Long front stretch here as we watch your leader, the 33 of Harvey Jones. Again, I don't know if fast-paced action going on here on the track. We're looking at one pit stop here today. They're going to stop about halfway here today. So about lap 9 will be the point of no return, no stopping point. Sure. Here today for these drivers. And we'll see how many people elect to, I mean, it's going to be very close. Like we're talking 8-9 laps and all of that stuff. So we'll see how that goes as we watch the 51 lose a little bit of ground to his teammate, the 96 of Nico right there. So AJM losing a little bit of ground to his teammate and brother, the 51. AJM comes up and slams the door on his teammate. Nico to the outside, drag racing to the final turn. AJM's going to have the advantage right here. We see Nick trying desperately right now. And I don't know about desperately, but he's trying his darndest to get to the back bumper of the 51, try to make a pass here. So again, I don't know if I said it before, but turn one is treacherous with the higher curb on the inside. So when they get onto that curb, it slows their car down. So these drivers are going to have to either get to that turn one. If they're going to try to make the pass into turn one, they're going to have to really work at it. Or they're going to have to work around the or work the track in a different spot. As we saw the 96 get a little squirrely coming out of the chicane back there, breaking the draft with the 07. Down into the turn they go. So battling right here for the third position is the 96 of Nico and the 07 of DB. Followed behind DB is his teammate, the 333 of Keeping It Twisted, and another MBR driver in the form of the 25 of JTM, as we see the 356 to the outside of the 47 of Dash here. So Ice Cream some days to the outside into turn one on the 47 of Dash. So that was a great maneuver by the 356 of Ice Cream some days. She has now moved herself up into the 8th position here today. So Ice Cream gained about 4 positions so far. We'll see what else she has for this field. See if she can get that expertise down for the rest of this race, as DB dropping back a little bit from the 96 of Nico, as now the 51 of AJM closing in on the back bumper of your leader, the 33 of Harvey Jones. So AJM has closed in on the back bumper of that 33 of Harvey Jones. Harvey is running a fantastic race so far here today at Watkins Glen. Again, sliding through those S's. We've hit 8 laps. We're on the halfway lap right now. We're going to see what all these drivers do. See if they're coming in this lap. Maybe they're going to stick it out one more. See if they can make it to the end of this race. So AJM right here, your two front row pulse hitter peoples are out here at the front of this field so far. So AJM, who starts on the pole, is running second with the 33 of Harvey Jones still in the lead. 96 of Nico, who started fourth, has moved up to the 3rd position. 25 of JTM, who did start in the 3rd, is now back to the 6th. And it looks like we have some folks ducking into the pit road here. Watching down this pit road. Always treacherous into these pits. We're going to watch is it the entire field here today? It might be the entire field here today. We see the 51 ducking in front of the 33. So left side tires going on right now. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop for pretty much everybody. So left side tires, right side tires now going on. Fuel going in all these cars. 33 is down and away. He's slow. He's got to get around the 51. AJM's finally down. They finally get all that fuel in. That's actually going to put the 96 of Nico into the 2nd position right now. We'll see what they do on this outlap, as your leader is that 33 of Harvey Jones. So Douche Motorsports, I'm not sure what is going on. We see that 8 of Moon Bunny. We saw her on the track right there. So that was interesting. We'll have to find out what that was, because maybe I was just seeing that wrong, but I thought I saw Moon Bunny going across the stripe back there. We'll wait until timing and scoring and everything else figures out its life as we watch the 07 of Douche Baggins and the 333 of Keeping It Twisted now move themselves into the 3rd and 4th position after those pit stops. Lengthy stop for the 51 of AJM there. Hopefully everything is okay with his car. We'll note that check in on your points leader, the 77 is Zip, currently running way back in the 39th position right now. So that was a pit stop by the 8 of Moon Bunny. She did move up into the 13th, 14th position there. Your leader way out here in front of everybody right now, the 33 of Harvey Jones. Let's jump back through the back of this field. We do see the 300 and the 77 battling right here. There's the 23 of Fuller Than You. Jump up through the field, see if they've got any action going on right now, as we're well past the halfway point at this point. We see the 999 of Deviant still battling with the 25 of JTM. That's still for the 6th position, so AJM falls back to the 5th position. But solidly in the lead here at Watkins Glen is the 33 of Harvey Jones right now. Watching the battle for the 2nd position between the 96 and the 07. We're going to see if DB wants to make a run here on the 96 of Nico before the end of this race, as we got only about 6 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Nico get a little squirrely out of the chicane. DB might take advantage here. DB slides it through the turn, though. I think DB right here is a little bit blocking his teammate, the 333, Keeping It Twisted. Not entirely sure that is true, but Twisted currently runs 5th in the points. It's going to be a good points day for her, as the people in front of her are all well behind her. This could almost catapult her to the lead. You'll see that at the end of the race, but that's going to be if she can make it to the finish of this race, that's going to be a great points day for the 333 at Keeping It Twisted. Checking in on your top 5 in points. The 77 of Zip currently runs in the 38th. Baseman, the 38 of Baseman currently runs 24th right now. 799 of Mike Check currently running in the 23rd position. You see Keeping It Twisted, she is up here in the 4th position right now. The 8 of Moon Bunny, she actually has fallen to the last position now. I'm not sure if something has happened to Moon Bunny. She might be off the pace. We'll try to catch up to her car. It looks like Zed is into the pits. Check in on the 95 is Zed Brunna, so Zed is coming to the pits here. Not sure what happened to the 95 of Zed Brunna, but he's into the pits. He's actually going to come out in front of you, just right in front of your leader, the 33 of Harvey Jones. Not sure if him and Moon Bunny, it looks like Moon Bunny did stop. So Moon Bunny may have had something happen with her car. Not entirely sure, or she was short pitting to possibly make it to the end of this race, which could be a great strategy, as We see the 96 of Nico has now caught up to the 33 of Harvey Jones. Check in on the 710 of Roddy, who's 8th in points right now. He is currently 15th on the track. 9th in points, the 203 of Signs. He is running 12th right now, and your final top 10 runner, the 13 of King of the Aces, currently runs back in 29th right now. So Zed, right here in front of your leader, the 33 of Harvey Jones. We're going to see what Harvey does here. The 96 of Nico might be trying to drop it down to the inside. Down the front stretch they go. Drag race to the turn 1 with 4 laps remaining here at Watkins Glen. Again, your leader is that 33 of Harvey Jones. Battle on the track with him and the 96 of Nico. He's now currently behind the 95 of Zed Brunna, who did make an extra pit stop there. So I'm not sure if Zed had gotten into it with the 8 of Moon Bunny, or if they both were just like, let's pit early. Like their team just decided to pit early and in hopes of maybe a caution. Maybe we get the rest of the field pitting. This could be a great pit strategy here. So Harvey is your leader. Second's going to be the 96 of Nico. He is right there in front of the 07 of DB. DB is right there on his back bumper trying to take that position away as laps wind down here at Watkins Glen. DB jumps to the inside, almost makes a run to the door of the 96 of Nico. He's still trying here as they head towards the S's. Zed with those newer tires is already pulling away from the 33 and the 96. Way up here in the chicane was the 8 of Moon Bunny. So I think there was a time where if Harvey had tried to jump it down to the inside and try to make that pass on the 95 of Zed Brunna into turn 1, there was that possibility that Nick could have made the run to the outside of turn 1 and maybe gotten around him, but that ship may have sailed here for the 96 of Nico as he's battling right now with the 07 of Douche Baggins, who is basically all over his bumper. Nick slides it through turn 1. He's hot on the heels of the 33 of Harvey Jones. I think we're going to get the white flag next time around here at Watkins Glen. We're going to see if Harvey puts it into the pits. Anybody stays out. If anybody has to go into the pits here on the final lap. Again, we are on the cusp of it's like very, half gallon of fuel, whatever, to get to the end of this race. We're going to see if Harvey drops it into the pits here. Yeah, because they stopped on lap number 8. So they had 8 laps of fuel. I mean, they had 1 pace lap. So I don't know. We're about to find out. They fill these cars up all the way. If he makes it around here, if he doesn't come into the pits, he's full sending it, folks. Final lap here today at Watkins Glen. Looks like the 25 of JTM may have had to pit. I'm looking for him. Oh, yeah, JTM has had to pit. So some of these cars are running out of fuel. JTM had a pit from the 5th position. That's going to move the 999 of Deviant up. We're going to see if Harvey can make it to the end of this race, as it's going to be, his car has to be low on fuel. They head down into the chicane for the final time. Your leader, the 33 of Harvey Jones. We're going to see if the 96 of Nico has anything for him here in the last few turns. Right to the back bumper. Harvey with a great run out of the turn. He's got that car hooked up as they head down the straight. Last couple turns coming up for the 33 of Harvey Jones. Looks like he might have it here. Come out of the final turn onto the front stretch. Your winner here today, the 33 of Harvey Jones. Flag to flag for that 33. So that's going to be a tough break for the 25 of JTM as he finishes way back there in the 37th position. Last week's winner, running out of fuel, had to come in for a pit stop. So Harvey is going to actually be able to make it back to the pits. Let's go through your finishing top 10. Again, your winner is the 33 of Harvey Jones. Second's going to be the 96 of Nico. Third's going to be the 07 of Douchebaggins. Fourth will be the 333 of Keeping It Twisted. Fifth will be the 51 of AJM. Sixth will be the 999 of Deviant. Seventh will be the 356 of Ice Cream Some Days. Eighth will be the 20 of Adam B5000. Ninth will be the 329 of Heck of a Duber. And running at your top 10 will be the 47 of Dash. That's a look at your finishing top 10 today for this Watkins Glen 44. Next week, we head to the high speed, the Coca-Cola Super Speedway for the Coca-Cola 102. They're going to be reaching speeds in the upwards of 240 miles an hour, something crazy like that next week at Coca-Cola. So that should be an insanely crazy race to watch. We'll see how we handle that with 39 drivers here this season. Let's check in on your current points, see who is leading that. Again, great day for Keeping It Twisted. We will see where she ends up in the points here. Let's also check in on your team and chassis standings. So great race here today at Watkins Glen. Flag to flag winner and leader, the 33 of Harvey Jones, his first win of the season. Congratulations to him. And until next week at the Coca-Cola Super Speedway, take care.